Okay everyone, so for section 7.1 we're going to be doing factoring. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the problem. When we factor, we have to find the factors of a times c x squared that add to bx. So I wrote the general form of the equation up here. We have ax squared plus bx plus c. So we have to multiply a times c x squared, and we have to find those factors that add to bx. So let's look at this problem right here. We have x squared plus 5x plus 6. So if we compare it up here, here's our a. We know a is 1. Here's our b. b is 5. And here's our c. c equals 6. So we need to find the factors of a times c x squared. a times c x squared is, so if a is 1 and c is 6, it's going to be 6 times 1 x squared, and that equals 6x squared. And bx, we know bx is 5x. So we need to find the factors of 6x squared that add to 5x. So let's look over here. I already made a t-table. So factors of 6x squared. So we need to think of the two numbers that multiply to be 6x squared and add to be 5x. So let's just start with looking at the factors of 6x squared. We know negative 1x times negative 6x. When you multiply those, you get 6x squared. We know negative 2x times negative 3x. When you multiply, you also get 6x squared. Now what are some other ones? We can just do 1x times 6x, right? And then we could also do 2x times 3x. So now let's look at these factors. What factors add to get 5x? Well, I see 2x plus 3x is 5x. So we know 2x times 3x equals 6x squared, right? And 2x plus 3x equals 5x. So we found our factors of a times c x squared that add to be 5x. And they are 2x and 3x. So this is when we get to start factoring. We know the factors that we're going to split up 5x to be. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this expression, and I'm just going to rewrite 5x as 2x plus 3x. We're not changing anything, we're just splitting it up. So I'm going to rewrite this. We get x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 6. So I just rewrote 5x to 2x plus 3x, okay? And now we're going to split that into two groups. So I'm just going to write parentheses around the first group and parentheses around the second group. So now the next step we're going to do is factor out the greatest common factor of each group. So first let's look at this one, and then we'll look at this one. So what can we factor out of x squared plus 2x? So the greatest common factor is x, because I see an x here and I see an x here, and that's the biggest number that we can divide out of both. So, switch colors. So I'm going to divide out an x times, when you do x squared divided by x, you have 1x left over, plus when you do 2x divided by x, you're left with 2. Now let's look at this one, plus, what's the GCF of 3x and 6? We can take a 3 out of here, and we can take an x out, and we can take a 3 out of here, but we can't take an x out. So let's just divide out a 3. I'm dividing out a 3. 3x divided by 3 is x, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So now I want you to look at this expression. What do you see that's common to both groups? I see x plus 2, right? X plus 2 is here, and x plus 2 is here. So let's go ahead and factor that out as well. So when I factor out x plus 2, what's left? We divided x plus 2 out of this term, and we divided out x plus 2 out of this term. So x plus 3 is left over. And that's it.